I would like to invite ma'am, please say about something.
It's not ours. It is Chinese government. Yeah, Chinese. Yeah. Other thing is that those things will happen in the past.
The research director of China was talking in the Humanita board last year.
Yeah. The case is
Dr. Ravinder Palliyaguruge is a senior lecturer in political science at the Department of Social Science, Faculty of Social Science and Languages, Sabragoma, University of Sri Lanka. He earned his Master of Conflict, Peace and Development Studies from Tivan University in Kathmandu, Nepal. Dr. Palliyaguruge's research interest includes international security, social research, public law, security studies, criminal law, international politics, terrorism, and peace conflict studies. He has contributed to the academic community with 17 publications and he had over 23 reads of his work. His professional experience includes serving as a programmer of the Youth in Transit project under the World University Service of Canada in Sri Lanka from February to September 2006. He has been a lecturer at Sabragoma University since September 2007. Dr. Palliyaguruge's notable publications include Problems and Prospects of Peace Tourism in Post-War Sri Lanka, where they explored the emerging trend of peace tourism and its implications for achieving positive peace through reconnaissance in post-war Sri Lanka. Additionally, he has examined the grievance of Sri Lankan housemates in the Middle East, analyzes whether these issues result for the lack of political rights. Through his teaching and research, Dr. Palliyaguruge continues to make significant contributions to the fields of political science and peace studies with a particular focus on Sri Lankan post-conflict development and international security issues. So please, big round of applause for Dr. Ravinder Palliyaguruge and also Professor Beena Pant ma'am. So please, I would like to invite Sir.
Assam before. Even at the COVID-19, we had an online program with the college or something. At that time, also Prana requested YouTube videos of beautiful Assam from my friend Dr. Lakshmi Patan. So he used to send so many beautiful videos of Assamian folk songs, Assamian dance, Assamian culture, and also Bihu and other kind of festivals. Yesterday, after the cultural show, we enjoyed Assamian folk songs. So, as I discussed yesterday, so we had a very good relationship. So many of these scholars, they talk about the conflict between Ram and Ravan. So my argument is, people, especially Sri Lankan people, they believed Ravan as the god. Some people are there, they believe Ravan as next Bodhisattva. They believe the Ravan is there in heaven. One day he will come and serve the country, serve the world.
To another quickly, like Ravan. Definitely, Dandamodara Yantra is allocated for Ravan. So then, I believe that that particular yantra could not be used by the Supanika. However, she came to India. By chance, she met Prince Lakshman. Right? So my case is, how she came to India? That may not be her first visit. Maybe having several visits in India and Sri Lanka. It means at that time, definitely, there must be a transportation through air or maybe naval routes. At the time of Lord Buddha, when he got his enlightenment, the Sangha's parampara was not started. Two vendors came in front of Lord Buddha, Tapassu Balluka, they are the vendors surrounding region. Then they met Lord Buddha and offers kind of dana. The Lord Buddha has given a kind of fare to Tapasya Balluka. They brought those dhatu to Sri Lanka and constructed a stupa over there in Trincomalee Harbour, which is very natural harbour, and most of the countries, including US, China, India, and very powerful countries in the world, they are very much interested about Sri Lanka because of this harbour. Because that is very natural. Anyone can hide a ship over there. The others cannot see the ship, right? While traveling through the sea, others cannot see, easily cannot identify other sea. So that is why everyone needs to control that harbour. Even at the time of British, when they came out, they did not hand over this Trincomalee harbour to Sri Lankan government at that time, 1948. In 1956, we have taken that harbour from the British. Tapasya Balluka constructed this stupa over there. That's Girihandu sand. My argument is how they travel. Tapasya Balluka at the time of Buddha period, Sri Lanka to India, India to Sri Lanka. The Lord Buddha visited 3 times to Sri Lanka. One other time, he visited to settle the conflict between Laksha and Naga Gotra. So, in that time, from that time, we had a good relationship. So, India and Sri Lanka. At the time of King Ashoka, in Sri Lanka there was a king, it's called Devanapetissa. It means, Devyanta Priya U. Yeah, it means God's given king. His throne was given by the King Ashoka, and also at the time he sent his son, great son, Arihat Mahinda and Arihat Sangamita Thera to cultivate Buddhism over there. When the Sri Lankan artist drew Sangamita Thera's picture, always drawing her picture with a ship. It means from that period also, from the Ravan period to Tapasya Balluka period, and also to the Devanapetissa and King Ashoka, great King Ashoka period, we had a very good relationship with maybe naval routes or maybe air routes. Right? There are many literature. Yeah. So many literatures are there. They focused on India's relationship with. We had a war actually. It's kind of civil war, 30 years long protracted war between the Sri Lankan government and the LTT, the most dangerous terrorist group in the world. So, however, many literatures focused on ethnic conflict and its relationship with the India, and also trade relationship, Indian involvement, or sometimes women combatant of the LTT. But in the Sri Lanka relationship towards regional prosperity, most of the scholars, journalists did not talk much about this topic. So in theory, in international relations, there are many theories, approaches. Basically, there are 2 approaches, realistic approach and idealistic approach. Political science people and IR people coming from IR background and political science, they may know about this. Apart from that, modern theories are there, feminist theory about international relations, and also the modern postmodern theory about international relations. However, realistic approach, which is based on quite pragmatic approach, a practical approach, and idealistic approach is always thinking about kind of imagination, the way of imaginations. This is the suitable way. This is the other way. This is not suitable. This is suitable. So that is the way of perceiving international relations. Because we are in the region, in the Asian region, having superpowers. India in one hand, very close to Sri Lanka, And also, though it is not very closed, China is there as a very powerful country. Yesterday, I also mentioned that superpower. I'm not going to hurry to use the superpower, but eventually China is a powerful country in terms of military and also in terms of economy and in terms of geographical location and geographical size and also population wise. China is very powerful. But you have seen that how India, Sri Lanka, the Indian government or India as a country, it has interest to serve every citizen of the India. Morgan told us in theory, in 1991, the famous scholar in international relations, he brought that approach, a realistic approach, and also the national interest and all to international relations. So, in realistic approach, there are many subversions: classic realist, neo-realist, and also neoclassical realist, human nature, dynamics of the anarchic state system. So, according to this theory, see, in international arena, states are working, states are doing their job, but there's no anyone to look after their matters. UN is there, international police is there, but they are just volunteer organizations. They cannot intervene purposefully and forcefully to the internal matters or maybe international matters of the particular country. They haven't that power. So national power, military power, economic power over the public opinion. So idealistic approach, political scientist Woodrow Wilson brought that approach into the international theory. So it is purely idealistic. So then how we can survive as a smallest country like Nepal? In Nepal it's called yam between two big stones. There's a saying in Nepal. I was there in almost particular time. There's a saying, Nepal people and scholars identify Nepal as the yam between two stones because that yam or maybe what's called potato could not grow, could not develop because of two stones there in both sides. And also Bangladesh and Maldives and Sri Lanka as small countries, how we can survive, how we can have regional prosperity in this particular context. So my suggestion is to not go for a realistic approach and also the holistic approach. We need to have a smart approach. Smart. Need to be smart. What is that? Smart. Be specific. Make the goal specific as you know exactly what you want to achieve. Maybe project specific. Need to have specific projects. Measurable. Our project or our task should be measurable, not like just a policy. Action oriented. It should have a kind of action, range of actions, and also to be realistic, it's achievable, and also need to have a specific time frame. So if we have a smart approach, having good relationship with big countries, big powers, we can have a kind of regional prosperity. We can survive with regional powers without annoying anyone. Recently, our president, newly elected president, his government is quite aligned with leftist political ideology. The President Andrew Kumar Dissanayake, his first visit after he became president was to India and met His Excellency President of India and also His Excellency Prime Minister of India. And that time, he promised to
allowed China to dock its research vehicle, and it docked for like 2 to 3 days. You know, the research vehicle of China was docked in the Manita port last year.
Yeah, the case is that actually Sri Lanka is a very small country. We brought loans, heavy loans from China at that time. Actually, we brought loans and also they gave loans. They are having their own policy. It's called one road, one belt policy. You know, within that line, they need to have their, the governments and lands who express the loyalty for them. That's their own policy because China, People's Republic of China, they are making their policy for 5 years. They have a 5 years long plan. Within 5 years, it is very difficult to change for them. Yeah, those decisions are taken by the highest authorities and also the Politburo of the Communist Party. So they gave loans, we have taken loans, the huge amount of loan. So unfortunately, because of the harbour for us, so now Hambantota harbour is not ours. It is Chinese government, yeah. Chinese, yeah. Other thing is that those things who happened in the past under the previous governments. So the new president, newly elected president, came to recently India. In his present visit, he promised not to give Sri Lankan land for others to harm for the India. Yeah.
Sir, one last thing, we are really privileged to have you here, and your words are really inspiring. But sir, one map you used, it was a distorted map of India. Like you didn't show POK as part of India.
Which one?
Sir, I will point it out.
Your first map is a Google map.
This one, sir, blue one.
You have
Actually not allowed in India. It's a crime to show a distorted
the
map of
Indian
India.
government does not allow that
Oh,
because
really?
you have cut off our country.
Oh, really? Actually, I don't know. Very sorry.
Sir,
Very sorry. So, what is that?
outside a part of POK,
Sir,
it's
Kashmir,
an integral part of
You
India.
are not showing complete area. You
Really?
are showing the part which
Oh,
is
extremely, please accept my apology. I don't know, right? So, thank you so much for teaching me. So, extremely sorry. Oh, God. Any others?
Yes, this is the correct.
This is the right one? Okay. Thank you so much.
This is the right one.
Thank you so much, man.
The first